Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. How in the world are you? I hope you're doing great this week. We've got a dandy. This week and next, you don't want to miss a single day, because we're going to talk about David's great psalm of praise, the Tehillah of David, and we have that here in Psalm 145. We're going to do the first half this week and the second half next week. Now, the halving, I've artificially divided this psalm into pieces so that we can treat it verse at a time, because that's our mission here on Daily Dose Radio, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. So for us to do that, I need to divide up some things, and of course that's been my habit all along. We're going to do 2 verses a day. That'll take us down through verse 10 this week, and then we'll do 2 verses a day, and that'll take us down through verse 21. Actually, on the last day, we'll do 3 verses so that we can add in that last verse. As I said, this is the great Tehillah, David's song of praise, and it's just called that. This is the praise of David. So it's very important because this is the only psalm with this title. There is no other psalm with the title Tehillah in it. As a matter of fact, the entire book of the Psalter is called the Tehillim, the Sefer Tehillim. So that means it's the book of praises. That's the translation of that, the book of praises. But this is the only psalm that's called a praise. And so the rabbis have picked up on that over the many centuries and really classified this as the highest form of song. This is David's great song of praise. And they actually said if a man were to sing this song 3 times a day, he would be fit for the next life. So if you want to try that, let me know how it goes. This is beautiful. The language is gorgeous. It's actually written in an acrostic form. So we have the alphabet here all the way through, except it's missing 1 letter. You notice it's 21 verses. There are 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. It's missing the letter Nun, which is kind of in the middle of the alphabet. And that kind of disturbed some folks for a very long time. And some rabbis got together, and when they put together the Septuagint, they added the Nun verse, what they thought should be there. But David left it out, and it's not in the Hebrew text. So we have 21 of the 22 Hebrew characters listed for us. Each character begins the sentence or the beginning of each verse. So we have Aleph at the first, and Beit comes after in verse 2. And so the word that begins that particular verse or phrase begins with that letter of the alphabet and follows it all the way down. So it makes an acrostic for us, which is very fun. And the subject here is all about praising the Lord. Let me just read verses 1 and 2 before I run out of time. I will extol thee, my God, O King, and I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. I'm reading from the King James Version this week, but let me just open my Hebrew Bible up here. I would probably have translated that verse 1, I will lift you up, O God the King, and I will bless your name forever and ever. Or maybe we could say, from now until eternity, something like that. From this present moment into timeless eternity. Maybe that's a good way to translate that. David speaking here of his great love for the Lord, and he begins by saying, I'm going to exalt you. King James translates this extol. That's good. Extol, exalt, it means to lift up, to put on high. So we're putting God up on his rightful throne, the place where he should be. And so we're exalting him as God. You are my God. I will bless thy name forever and ever. Every day will I bless thee, and I will praise thy name forever and ever. Notice the devotional thought here. Right off the bat, we begin with this devotional thought. I'm going to do this daily. So maybe this is a good psalm for us at the beginning of a new year, time to say to ourselves every day, I'm going to bless the Lord. And I'll do that from now until timeless eternity comes. Join me again tomorrow. We'll look at verses 3 and 4 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.